audio. Okay, can you guys see and I know that we had to switch up the video on the page. So I hope that you all can see and hear me now. Sorry about that. I was speaking about, the event, and you guys had told me that you could not hear the video. So I wanted to play that video again because I'm like, oh no, because yeah, I'm reading the comments and you guys were like, oh, okay, you guys can't get the audio on that. So let me go ahead and play that video because it was from my mentor. And what was really cool about it is it was, it was unplanned. I remember he sent me a message and he was like, Dee, what would you like me to talk about? What points would you like me to drive home? And I purposely didn't answer the question. Now, do that. I did it because I wanted him to speak what was on his mind. When we talk about vision and sharing our stories, it really is dependent upon your passion. So if you're not passionate about something, you can't expect for people to relate to something that you're not passionate about. So I'm just really excited that the ladies joined in because I'll have them give you their kind of closing statements here in a moment. But let me go ahead and try to play the video now that I have it in a different browser. I knew better than to use Safari, but I just had to try it. So now I know, again, another test that Chrome is the best. Like, and I know you Firefox fans are like, what did she just say? Like, I'm not saying, that I'm not trying to guarantee or say anything, like, oh, this is it. I'm just telling you what works on my end. On my computer, Chrome is the so let me go ahead and add this video. All right. Can you guys see it? No? Oh, I get so excited about it. And then it didn't play. Okay, let me try closing it out and then opening it up again. Maybe it's like you were so excited about this, the anticipation.
Did you share your screen?
Maybe I'm just not clicking the right button. Isn't it refreshing to know that someone who literally used to work at Hooters and who quit college twice can make 7 figures online in their business? Like, I don't know about you, but that is refreshing to me. Like, and not have to, be this super duper expert on, technology. Yeah, that's refreshing to me.
Amen, sister. I feel you.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, once I get it up, I will share my screen. But yeah, it's acting crazy right now. So there's nothing that I can do. I closed it out. Oh, I know. Let me just try opening it up in a new window. And perhaps that'll work. Okay, drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's see if this sucker goes up. Oh, all right. Boom. We'll see if you guys can hear and see me. It's like, lady, do you trust this application? Yes, I trust this application. You are about to join a Hangout on Air. Oh my goodness, so excited to show you this. Now, what's crazy is you're going to listen to it and you're going to be like, wow, that was awesome. So it was really cool for me because I began seeing that, it didn't matter what idea that you have or how successful you think you are or that you aren't. All that matters is your willingness to place the idea and to go forward. So I am going to check it out now. Okay, let's see if you all can see the video. I have like so many browsers open and I closed all of my super duper browsers. Nope, it's just not playing. It's one of those plugins on Google Hangouts that it literally tells you, like, hey, there's a possibility that this could not work because it's in beta testing right now. And I'm like, really? Like, to say that? So I know, and I knew that there was a possibility that it didn't work. Like the first time that I shared it, it didn't work. So I'm just excited that I was at least able to share with you a little bit of it. And what I'll do is post it in the comments. So then that way you all can just, watch it on your own leisure. Yeah, Rhonda says, can I play it? If you have the link and can pull it up, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let me know if you can need link. Oh, that would help. Okay, this is it. Rhonda's lucky because she saw this when I originally got it. I was like a kid in a candy store, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, it was just so much better because, why, of course I could have told them, like, oh yeah, tell them about, all the marketing strategies that we'll be going over step by step. But instead, we decided to just, go with the heart, and it turned out to work well. So I'm ready when you are, Rhonda. Okay, so the sound isn't coming up, but the video is playing clearly, so it was like working to a default. So I'm gonna just send the link into the chat and then you all can just watch it because, like I said, for me, it's really about, the people that you surround yourself with. And if someone who is that successful is willing to place that amount of time and effort into me, into other people, it really just says a lot about the vision and the goals and the ideas that they have. So what I want to do is ask Cherry, and I put her on the spot. These women had no idea what questions I would be asking. I just randomly was just like, hey, I'm going to ask you this, And so, because Cherry went to our last event, and Cherry has a very unique skill set, a very unique background that many people don't know. So I'm not going to spill the beans. You have to come to the event to find out what golden nuggets she'll be sharing. Because to me, it's one of the most important things, especially when you're in business for yourself and you're a small business. I believe that not enough people talk about what you do with your money after you make it. So that's all that I'm going to tell you as far as like a little bit of a tip, on what Cherry will be speaking about. And so Cherry, if you could just add a bow to it. And thank you so much, Rhonda, for your effort in playing that because it played so clearly, I just couldn't hear anything. So Cherry, if you would just share with us, from your perspective, one thing that you've been able to overcome since attending the Women of Bliss event.
Okay, can you hear me, guys? Okay, yeah. For me, when I went to the last event, Dee actually asked me, what do I want to overcome coming to the event? And I said, there is this fear, it's blocking me, and I want to be free from it once and for all. And I'm really proud to tell you guys that it did happen. As I said earlier, that belief in myself, that's what's missing. for me to really move forward. And finally, that's happening to me, and it's actually manifesting. Just after the event, it's amazing how, like, I just really feel that my aura, is so big, and I start actually affecting people. And I remember telling Dee, when we were back in Bali, I was telling her that for some reason I'm attracting all these people that are so kind. And that's, for me, it's incredible. So I think once I really tap into the power of believing in myself, everything just opened up for me. And there are no words for me to describe. So guys, I really would like to share that experience with you. I encourage you, come to the Women of Bliss. You will find yourself, you deserve it. So that's I hope it's something that you can reflect on. So see you guys there, okay? I'm really excited.
Thank you, Sherry. I love you.
I love you too.
So I guess Dee wanted everyone else to share their last words.
I think so.
Okay. Go for it.
Rhonda, you want to go for it?
Go for it. My last words. I guess my last words are, we talk about these events and the power of the events every 3 months, because that's right around the time I start having withdrawals, for one thing. and she mentioned, like, when you come from these events, how do you take that energy and everything back with you? Like she said, because you can, one day you start saying, oh, I don't feel like working on this, and that one day turns into 2 days. Been there, I've done it, and then it's a week, and then you realize it. But I think that's really what the power of events do, because especially knowing that we're going to see each other every 3 months, that and you all are going to hold, each of us, we hold each other accountable with the BS, right, with the mindset stuff, and calling and say, look, this is, I don't want to come back in 3 months and be doing the same thing I was doing 3 months ago. I've already been doing that, and I know that's what the Women of Bliss helped me have a breakthrough in that. Because when you get back to your surroundings, I found, for me, when you come back to the familiar surroundings, your subconscious is familiar with what coming back to that space, and you can easily get back into the same old mindset. And that's what because your mind, she talks about mindset, and this is my experience, and Dia chime in on this. Your subconscious remember the same old surroundings when you get home. The couch is in the same place, the chair is in the same place, and it taps back into that familiar space, and you can easily go back into that place after you've been with all of that energy at the event. And it's so every 3 months, really keep you from going back to that place, because you got to move and have a shift before you go back to another event and be held accountable for this. If I'm making sense to any of you guys, if you're following me, help me if you know what I'm trying to say. It holds you accountable. So that's my final thought on the power of events. It really holds you accountable versus going once a year and find a whole year has passed and you haven't moved forward. What's that?
I don't think I could make it a whole year.
Right. I don't want to wait a year for another event, So not only you get to travel and do things, but even when we do these training and these videos and everything, you never know what someone is going to say at the event. One piece of nugget that you didn't get on a hangout or something. And he's like, wow, we've been on a hangout all this time and I listen to all these trainings, but one piece of nugget that we might get when you sit and have dinner with somebody like Justin, hey Justin, and it just might be that one thing that clicks that take you to like, wow, it was just that one piece of information. It's because I showed up and I came to an event. My man Justin. Any other closing thoughts?
I'm just very, very grateful that Dee is doing this and offers this for all of us because it's a life changer. So.
And how open, how open they are in sharing their breakthroughs, and they're saying this is how you do it, and if you have it, the only thing that's keeping you from going, or what I found that was keeping me, as Sherry mentioned, was the belief.
Yes.
Because they're opening the playbook up to you. The playbook is there.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Justin.
And I'm sorry for just chiming in here. There's a bit of we're not able to hear from this computer, so we're listening from there, and I know there's a delay from the live computer here. I just wanted to say hello to everyone and jump out here. I was actually working on putting Kuan Yin to sleep from the time this started 2 hours ago, and she didn't end up going to sleep. So I must just throw it in there. I believe parenting is a lot more difficult than making money online, learning social media, and setting up funnels and all this sort of stuff. That's just my take on things. I believe if you can raise a child, right, you can build a business on the internet in today's day and age where we get the leverage off of technology. I was just laying on a pillow, so I apologize. My hair's all crazy. That's pretty typical of myself, but I just want to say how excited I am to lock arms with each and every one of you that are going to be meeting us in Orlando in 3 or 4 weeks. It's right around the corner, especially those who are going to be staying at the mansion and get to spend time with us and actually live with us for a few days, because we're really going to pull out our laptops and share with you everything that it is that we know, and helping you set up custom branded funnels and everything that you need to actually make your advertising work with the social media that I'm sure Dee outlined with you today. And super excited to be seeing you all also in a few days on Dee's workshop over at blisswebinar.com. I know Dee been putting a lot of energy and time into just creating really good content so that she can share. So I don't know if she shared this earlier because I was upstairs, but we have big goals for next month to create an abundance of income more than we've ever made in ever before, and we want to do that in 1 month. And so we're how can we do that? And the thing that came to us first is we just need to create a lot of free content and a lot of free value. So we're going to be doing lots of workshops and live webinars next month, just sharing lots of value, and regardless if someone purchases something or not is irrelevant. The important part is that we just put this information out there to the masses for whoever's willing to take action, because we want your success story. We want you to succeed beyond your wildest dreams and beyond your wildest imagination, because that's what life is all about at the end of the day. And I just recall maybe it was 3 or 4 years ago, my wife and I were just struggling trying to figure this thing out, and that's after several years of trying to do this. And then we were finally exposed to the right information, we had access to the right mentors, and then success was just inevitable. And it's almost like it just became easy. I can't imagine not succeeding anymore, because for the last 3 or 4 years we've had a lot of success. But I will tell you, I can remember specific nights, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, when I was just so pissed off and I was just so burnt out, and I was just willing to do whatever it takes to get out of that part of my life, because the same pathetic cycle kept repeating itself. And some of you may call that karma. And it wasn't until I learned the lesson from the situation that the universe planted me with, or God planted me with, that I'd move on to the next segment of my life. And it don't matter what level you get to, there's devils at every level, meaning there's personal growth and there's mindset to really tap into regardless of what level of success that you're at, because at the end of the day, our self-limiting beliefs that we choose to have are basically determining factors of how we show up in our life. And oftentimes, you need someone outside of yourself to help you perform better. The same way as a coach in maybe the NBA or in the NFL, they want you to, perform better. They have to actually watch you in the game. But if you ask for critiquing from your coach, but you're not even in the game, you're not even placing ads, you're not creating funnels, and you're not taking this serious, it's almost impossible to give you any advice, because regardless of what we share with you, you're just not going to do anything. But bottom line, living in the same house with somebody and really not only picking the golden bars from their mind and how they resonate, their energy and their hearts, but just really, energy is like everything for me. It's like I got around Dave Wood and I just started succeeding. Why? He didn't actually teach me internet marketing. He just rubbed off on me, and I'm like, if this guy can do it, I'm going to be rich. That's it, period. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Orlando. If you have any questions, feel free to, email or post down below. And also, every one of you watching this still, which we appreciate you for, be sure to leave a comment on Facebook and share maybe a takeaway that you got tonight. You heard a lot of lovely women sharing a lot of brilliance with you today. So tag them in it and let the world know we appreciate you, and we'll call it a night. Make it a good night. And Kuan Yin, do you want to say good night to everyone real quick? Come. You gotta say good night, and then we can close the party out. Kuan Yin says good night.
Hey, Joe wanted to say hello to you.
Hey, what's up?
And the crazy part is Kuan Yin is 1, and she knows how to use a computer. So she's a little natural. She actually has her own little laptop, which is so cute. But thank you all. You can hop off whenever. I'm probably just going to end it right here, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much. See you in
You're
Orlando.
live right now.
Hi, Kuan Yin.
She loves looking at you. Good night.